Blackmagic. They just did something I've been dreaming about for years, and we need to talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome back. If you guys are new here, I'm Luke Riether, and this channel focuses on filmmaking tips and advice and sharing our original stories with you. And please stick around till the end of the video because I got a little surprise for you guys. I'm actually putting my usual series of how to shoot a short film solo on hold this week because I just got an email from Blackmagic Design, and honestly, I just want to geek out this week because they announced something called the URSA Cine Immersive, and it might be the biggest leap in camera tech we've seen in a very, very long time. And according to the email, this is the very first commercial cinema camera built specifically for Apple Immersive Video on the Apple Vision Pro. It does come at a cost. I mean, how much, you might ask? Well, $29,000. It's definitely a pivot away from the budget-friendly Blackmagic we all used to know. At the same time, how often do we see a camera that aims to put us inside the story rather than just in front of it? Blackmagic, if you're watching this,
I volunteer as tribute.
just send me the prototype. I love to test this thing out.
I believe we have a volunteer.
The specs alone, they read like something out of a sci-fi wish list. It has dual 8160 by 7200 sensors and a massive 3D stereoscopic, captures at up to 90 frames per second, and a native integration with DaVinci Resolve, which will support editing Apple Immersive Video early next year. Apple Immersive Video, in case you guys haven't heard, is a 180-degree format designed to make you feel like you're just right there in the center of it all, in the center of the action. I want you guys to think of Star Trek holodeck meets high-end cinema gear. That's the future we're actually talking about here. Like, how many of you guys grew up watching Star Trek Voyager? I mean, that was my go-to show. And every time they stepped in on the holodeck, I always dreamed about seeing this day come true. And I honestly think that this time is quickly approaching and starting to become a reality for us all. Like, can you imagine what the theaters would look like when or if this thing actually takes off? How cool would it be to not just watch a movie with your favorite actor, but ride along with them throughout their entire story? I mean, just imagine the next Top Gun, where you can be in the cockpit with Maverick, flying in the F-18 and getting sick because of the G-forces that he is pulling on you.
I feel the need for speed.
This is insane to think about, and this might be the new milestone for the world of cinema. If we actually look back, every era of filmmaking has these key defining moments, like the kintograph, announced in 1890 and designed by Thomas Edison and William Dickinson, and the very first motion picture by the Luminari brothers, which actually became the dawn of cinema. Like, they designed and used their own camera system, which was a camera, projector, and a film printer all in one. Fast forwarding to the first digital cinema camera, or the digital camera, in the 90s, the first digital film, Windhorse, was shot in 96 and released in 98. And then it came the arrival of digital projection with the movie release of Star Wars, you know, The Phantom Menace, using the classic camera Red 1. Like, this all changed how we watched movies. I remember when analog photography was making the huge shift into digital photography back in the early thousands. It was very scary, and we would either have to move along with it or move against it, and it actually led me to leaving photography for a while, but that's a whole different story. Anyway, for decades, Arri's held the crown when it comes to pure cinematic quality, like color science, skin tones, dynamic range. But Blackmagic has always been the underdog hero to us indie filmmakers. This announcement actually just feels very different. It's not about meeting Arri head on, you know, in a traditional camera showdown. It's about stepping outside the old arena entirely. If immersive media becomes the next big thing, who's to say Blackmagic can't set that new standard? Like, let me ask you guys this. Do you think Blackmagic will be the next king and actually dethrone Arri out of Hollywood? Here's my next big question. Are we on the brink of a new era where we don't just watch films, we inhabit them? Or is this just like a flashy new gadget that might never break into mainstream? I want to know what you guys think. Like, drop a comment below. Is immersive video going to reshape Hollywood's hierarchy? And will Blackmagic finally go toe-to-toe with the giants on a whole new battlefield? Personally, I'm a little excited and maybe a little nervous on this. And if this tech takes off, it could rewrite the rules of storytelling entirely. But if it doesn't, it'll be fascinating footnote in cinema history. Either way, I'm here for it, and I know you guys are too. But next week, I promise we'll get back to the series of how to shoot a short film solo, and we will be diving into covering shot lists and storyboards, basically the stuff that never goes out of style, because at the end of the day, all that fancy gear in the world will not save you if the story itself doesn't resonate. And seriously, let's talk about this in the comments. I want this conversation to keep going because it's crazy to think about all this. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. A big shout out to Cast and Crew Productions who sponsored our series. And if you guys haven't heard of them, they run Final Draft and Coverfly, two tools that are absolutely amazing in this filmmaking industry. Coverfly actually has people on there to critique your screenplays, and Final Draft, I feel like it's the world leading script writing software there is. I use it on absolutely every movie project that I do. And with that being said, big congratulations to our winner of Final Draft 13, and that is Ken Klum. Let's get to the big surprise, okay? We are giving away a Aperture Amaron 60D. Yes, the Aperture Amaron 60D, if you haven't seen this light, it is absolutely incredible. I actually use it right now. It's what's lighting me as my key light. And it's small, it's portable, you can use it with your Sidus link, and we're giving it to you guys for free. Here's the thing about my giveaways. I don't expect, subscribers or followers or anything like that with my giveaways. I mean, Light Inside Cinema is a nonprofit organization, and personally, I believe in giving back to you guys. And that's just it. I want to equip you guys with the tools that you need to succeed. And this is just one of them, lighting. If you guys want to enter, the link is in the description box below. We are going to be starting it today, and it's going to be running till the day after Christmas. Yeah, it's going to be a little Christmas gift for you guys. We're going to be announcing the winner December 26th on the same platform that we just did the raffle for Final Draft. I have found that that is the best platform to do my raffles on. I will see you guys in the comments. Until next week, practice and create.